Hey, welcome to the Dreyway. I am so glad you guys are here. Look, I have read your comments. You guys are special. You guys are really, really kind, and I really appreciate it. If you hear the frustration in my voice, it's just because when you do a show, you want to do the very best show you can for your audience, and you love to hear the appreciation. And some of you are really kind. Some of you are really nice. I guess you've heard the frustration in my voice because I watch to see what other people do and stuff like that. And what drives me? I got to be honest. You know what drives me absolutely crazy? I see some creators doing shows similar to mine, and I just saw a woman doing something similar, and she used me for like 5 minutes. She used my TikTok, and she uses other TikToks for her show, and she gets like 100,000 views. And I'm sorry, the ego in me is like, oh my God, I'm competing against myself and losing. I'm losing against myself. Anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. It's just the competitor in me. That's all it is. It's just the competitor in me. Anyway, thanks for joining me on the Dreyway. I am glad you're here. We got a big show today, so let's get ready. Just know on this show you're going to get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me. Let's have some fun today. Let's get started. Let's go! What is going on? What is going on? All I hear about now is how bad farmers got. Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas, we got record crops. Where are we going to sell it? We need government help. We need the government. We need the government. We need them to help us. We need money. We need money. How come when we ask for the basics, just for food, just so people can eat? Oh, you want welfare. That's what you want. You want some welfare. But when farmers want it, it's aid. Yeah, farmers need aid. Yeah, they just need aid. We got to stop calling it welfare for us and just call it, we just need some aid. Yeah. Does that sound better? We just need a little aid. Yeah, a little assistance. Yeah. It's not called welfare, is it? Hey, these farmers need welfare. These companies, these big business companies, these oil producers, these big corporations, they need welfare. No, it's not called welfare, is it? I'm sorry, folks, but it's driving me insane. And listening to these farmers complain, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. You put yourself in this situation. I have a good friend, a really good friend that I've known for a very long time. And we talked on the phone for 2 hours yesterday. And I was patient. I tried to hear him out. And several times I had to say, you voted for this. And he says, no, I didn't. And I go, yes, you did. Because I was on the phone with you. And I remember telling you verbatim, look what he did the first time he was president. Look how many farmers went belly up the first time he was president. Why would you vote for that again? I don't think you farmers understand you are not Republicans. You are Democrats because you need government assistance. Your business requires government assistance. The weather and ups and downs of being a farmer requires assistance from the government to make you guys the best you can be. Republicans have no interest in that. None. Zero. Do you get it yet? So why do you keep voting for the people that don't give a shit about what you do. And he didn't have an answer for me. And he still last night didn't have an answer for me. Why are you voting for a party that literally doesn't give a shit about you, that doesn't care, that hasn't done anything, nothing for you, nothing? All they do every few years is say, ooh, you better worry about transvestites. Ooh, you better worry about people of color. They're just flooding across the border trying to take your jobs. What are you talking about? You guys literally depend on that labor to survive. You literally depend on that labor. So what are you talking about? Why do you let Republicans talk you into such nonsense? But that's not my whole thrust of the story. My whole thrust of the story is I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you guys have to say, because often you guys are right spot on. You guys are good. But I have to ask you, do you have any, because I'm going to let you know right up front, I have none. I have no interest in helping farmers with my tax dollars. None. Zero. I want $0 of my taxes going to help farmers now. How about you? That's my question. Because now they are literally, the farmers are flooding the White House going, we need a package, we need a package, we need a package. We need a money assistance package for farmers. Billions and hundreds of billions of dollars. And I just want to ask you, in all sincerity, do you want to pay for that? Or do you want to go further in debt for that? Because I don't. I'm letting you know right now, I don't want to give farmers $1. Not one. Because you should reap what you sow. You should, this is the seed you planted. You planted this seed on us. All you red states, oh, we're a red state. You know, we voted for, good. You know what you're getting as a red state? You're getting fewer schools, fewer food, fewer hospitals, fewer opportunities. You're getting fewer because you voted red. Yeah, that's what you're going to get. And guess what happens the next time you do it? You're going to get even less. Yep. And you better hope there's a Democrat somewhere in between the next Republican president. You better hope there's not a Republican president again, because they'll come in and take what's left. The only people that are going to sit there and go, yeah, you guys, it's important that our farmers do well. It's important that we help out our farmers. That's going to be a Democrat that does that. Not a Republican. That's going to be a Democrat. Yeah. And because Democrats understand. Democrats understand what has to be done in farming. They care. Republicans don't care. And just so you know, I'm sure you guys out there in the audience, you don't want tax. I'm not going to assume, but do you really want tax dollars, your money, your tax money, going to help out farmers this time? Because I don't. And I hear they're going bankrupt at record numbers. Every week, more and more farms going belly up. I hate to say it, but this is what you voted for. This is what you get. Because like I said, I think I said it yesterday, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I said yesterday, there is not a single bill in the House or Senate, right? And understand this, they have the White House, they have the Senate, they have the House, they have the majority, they have it all. They even have the Supreme Court. They got everything. And what are they trying to pass? Nothing. Nothing. Here they have it all, and they're not trying to pass anything. You want to know why they're not trying to pass anything? Because it costs money. Yeah, it costs money, and they know it does. And they don't want to do things that cost money. They just want to cut taxes. Yeah, that's all. And they already did that. So as you can see, as soon as that was done, let's go on vacation. Let's go for weeks. Let's see you later. Bye. And what's the big legislative agenda now? Nothing. If it is, tell me the bill. What bill is in front of the House or Senate right now that is going to change your life? That's going to make your life so much better. That, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I voted for Republicans. We now get this. And I thought immigration is an emergency. It's an emergency. It's gotta be done right. You just can't have open borders. It's gotta be done the proper way. Do you have legislation for that? You've had months and months and months and months and months and months and months to do it. But you're not doing anything. I wonder why. You complain about immigration constantly. So far, you've done absolutely nothing to fix it. And you've been in there in the White House doing nothing month after month after month after month. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you want your tax dollars bailing out farmers? Do you want money coming out? And if it's not money coming out of your pocket, do you want to borrow hundreds of billions of dollars more so that farmers are okay? Let me know. And don't go anywhere. You won't believe part 2 to the Dreyway. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. Welcome to the Dreyway part 2. I'm about to talk crazy. I'm about to literally talk crazy because the president of the United States is telling Colorado, you better let go. That woman that you convicted that likes me, yeah, that woman that you convicted in a court of law, yeah, you better let her go or else. I think it's called extortion. I'm not sure. You might want to look it up. But the president of the United States is threatening Colorado. States' rights, anybody? Anybody. What about states' rights? You know, isn't it fascinating that the minute a Democrat is in office, Republicans scream at the top of their lungs. State rights, stay out. You're just a president. You don't really mean anything. You're just like a guy in the White House. Shut up. It's the states. The states decide what they do. It's all about the states. I haven't heard a Republican even utter those words. Have you? Ever since Trump has been in the White House, you don't hear anything about states' rights. Not a word. You want to know why? Because President Trump is the all-knowing, all-seeing, whatever he says goes. He's the chief this, the chief that, the chief, he's chief. He's chief of everything. He runs the entire world. Funny, Biden wasn't allowed to run anything. Biden was, you just stay in the White House. Leave the states alone. And now Trump, because this woman likes Trump, that's enough reason for Trump to threaten the state of Colorado. I wish I was making that up. I am not making that up. He is literally threatening. If you don't let her go, it's not going to be good for you. I'm going to make life miserable on you. From the President of the United States, saying this to the state of Colorado. How insane is that? How crazy is that? I mean, that's, you can't even make this stuff up. So now what? So now what is the state of Colorado supposed to do? Is it supposed to bend to the will of the president because he's threatening them? And why is everybody okay with this? Why even Republicans who are spineless, why don't they step up and go, Mr. President, that's what the state decides to do. The state decides to do. That's not your place. This is a state issue, not a federal issue. Stay out of it. There's no one to say that to him. There's no one around to say anything to this crazy man. And there's a lot that needs to be said to this man. Because this man thinks he can do whatever he wants. And so far, that's exactly what he can do. No one's putting any bumper rails on the, let me make something perfectly clear. I never want to hear again. Never do I want to hear no one's above the law. Bullshit. Donald Trump's above the law. I don't care what you say. I have evidence. I have receipts. This man has done all kinds of horrible things. And you tell me, what's his punishment? How many people walking around have 34 felonies and haven't served a day in jail? So don't give me this bullshit about, oh, nobody's above the law. Nobody's above the... Bullshit. That's not true. I know it's not true because I've now seen it. I'm now living it. This man has done, continues to do whatever he wants to do. And no one checks him. Nobody. So to sit there and say no one's above the law, bull. We're watching it live. We're watching Donald Trump go like this to everything and everyone. All you got to do is just be a solid Republican and you can just, the media is a liar. This is a liar. That's a liar. Lie, 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 lie. Doesn't matter what you've done. Doesn't matter if they have pictures of you doing it. Oh, that's the liberal media trying to make me look bad. It's the playbook I'm afraid everyone's going to use now. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't go anywhere. Part 3 to the Dreyway coming up next. Welcome back to the Dreway. Stash. Some of you have gotten your stash accounts and the market keeps charging. And some of you are doing some, I love watching my stash account. It just keeps going doop, 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 doop. Year after year after year after year. I just love watching this thing go up. And you know what I enjoy watching going down right now? I enjoy watching real estate go down because it means more people are going to have affordability in the future because real estate prices have just gotten way out of whack. They got to come down 30, 40%. And I'm here to watch it. I'm here to watch it. And just like I was back in 2007, 8, 9, 10, it's the same thing all over again. We're watching the exact same, not for the exact same reason, but we're still watching the same thing take place. And it's going to be an ugly 2-3 years with real estate prices going down. And everybody's like, well, interest rates are going to go down. It's going to get better. No, it doesn't work that way. Especially when the interest rates are only going to go down a little bit until inflation starts roaring. And then where are we going to be? Where are we going to be then? You got real estate prices falling. You got interest rates dipping down a little bit, but then you got inflation starting to soar, and you're trying to get the inflation number down because housing's going down. And housing's a key component to inflation. But in the meanwhile, everything else, energy, getting much more. Have you seen people's electric bills? It's crazy. People are paying $600, $800, $1,000 a month to have electricity. And it's just crazy. And you have an administration that is literally making it more difficult because here Connecticut was supposed to, their energy costs like 30 cents a kilowatt. They have this whole wind farm being done that was going to bring their energy cost down to 9.5 cents. And this administration is putting a kibosh on it, and they're not going to let them finish it unless they get some type of kickback. Yeah, O'Donnell doesn't let anything go through anymore without a kickback. Yeah, that's the country we become now. We now get kickbacks from business. Can you just imagine if Obama did this stuff? Can you just imagine that if Obama said, yeah, I want the government to own 10% of Intel? Oh my gosh. They'd be at Fox News right now imploding. Their heads would be going poof. But Donald Trump did it, so it's okay. Donald Trump is going to start owning companies for the government, and that's okay. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. But yeah, now you can see the importance of getting into the market. You can see the market charges. It doesn't matter how stupid the president is. Business finds a way. American business finds a way. And the market just keeps charging. And I want you to be part of this. I want you to be part because gold and the market is where you want to be. Real estate for the next 3-5 years, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. But as you can see, the market keeps charging on. If you don't have your stash account, get your stash account, use my link. They'll start you off with some cash. Get going today. I'm telling you, it's the best thing for you over the next 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You will not regret being in the stock market. That is the show for today. Thanks for, hey, guys, in all sincerity, thanks for all the wonderful comments. You guys are the best. Don't forget, a new Dreyway show each and every day. Make sure you come by, and don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the Dreway.